Welcome to the small kitchen of glory. I have to speed make a cheesecake. I should have made it last night, but I didn't. Normally I'd go through all the ingredients, but today we're just going to get into making it. So what I have here is 22 Oreos. Allegedly, the internet says this is enough for my crust of my cheesecake. And I have it in a Ziploc bag because I don't have a food processor. Why? I don't know. I need one. I don't have one. Sometimes that be life. So I'm just going to crush this up until we get all the Oreos into a beautiful powder with my frosé rolling pin. So we got our Oreos pretty much all crushed up in the bag here. Now I'm going to go get my pan. We're going to wrap her in tin foil so that we can put this in a water bath and not have it leak into the actual cheesecake itself. And this is my cheese, cream cheese in water, because getting to room temp didn't want to work, so we're heating it up the fast way. That's pretty, that worked out pretty damn good, didn't it? Beautiful. All right, let's get a pan. This right here is some real life cooking. I actually dropped my tin foil the other day, so it's a little bit wrinkly. And the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to get the pan out of here. That's probably reflecting aggressively. Or can I put it somewhere? So we have one tin foil down. We're going to get another piece. We're going to make it roughly the same size. And we're going to fold them together on the seams. Just like so. We're going to fold that down and then really fold it in on itself. Make a nice, good seam here that hopefully cannot be penetrated by the agua. Take our pan, put it in the middle, and just wrap the tin foil all around this beautiful baby. Roll it up on the edge. Oh, that's a little less even than I would like it to be. Let's go just like so. We're just going to use that to hold it in place. I'm going to bring these edges up. This doesn't have to look pretty. It's just going to have to hold the water. They actually make a little like silicone sleeve that you can buy for cheesecake pans, but they're like 20 bucks. And how often do you really need it? You know? It seems like an aggressive way to spend $20. When you can just go with the old tin foil. Go tighten that up on the edge. Make some little pleats in it. Squeeze her all together. There we go. We got a cheesecake pan. Just seal that bottom edge. Just like that. She's all ready for the water bath. We need to get these Oreos removed from the bag and into the bowl. They probably would have been brushed up a little bit better, but you know, sometimes you just gotta work with what you got. A lot of it's stuck to the bag, which seems to be what I, or one might refer to as suboptimal. Come on, get me all that beautiful filling. Am I gonna have to cut this bag open and lick it? I'll do it. All right. You know, there's a lot on the counter. There's a lot in the bowl. It's supposed to be 2 cups. That looks 2 cupsy-ish. And we got 5 tablespoons of melted butter, which is gonna go right into there. We're just gonna mix it up. And the butter is going to make all these little Oreos become friends with one another. Which is what we're looking for, friendly Oreos. Give the pan a little taste of avocado oil. It's non-stick, but better safe than sorry, you know what I mean? Just on the bottom, so that the Oreo crust don't stick, and we're just gonna take all these crumbs and give them the old dumper doodle. That's my favorite part, because I get to do it with my hands, like a man. I feel like this was not enough Oreos. They lied to me. Yeah, it might be. We're just gonna press her all down with the hands. It's not really enough. It's gonna be a very thin crust. I'm okay with that. I really want it to be a fine powder, but you know what? Mine is not a fine powder. It's just kind of Oreo crusty. I don't want to make more Oreos. I really don't. No, it's okay. We have some crumbs on the hand, but that's okay. Just rotating and pressing. Getting her all down. How deep is it? Oh yeah. It's like a 1/4 inch. That's really all you're looking for in the cheesecake. Just something on the bottom to hold her together. Okay, we're all pressed in. It's a little bit crummy, but I'm okay with that. And I'm gonna go ahead and pop this in the oven for 8 minutes at 350. We have the mixing bowl. We're going to start taking cheeses. This one calls for 5 8-ounce things of a cheese. Oh boy, they're wet. And we're going to start getting these out of the wrappers and into the mixing bowl. Again, it does have to be room temperature. There seems to have maybe been some water that got in there. That's unfortunate. Can we seal stuff better, please? It's not going to hurt it at all cook off. This is going to be messy. Tell you what though, it's definitely room temp. It definitely be room temp. Maybe a little bit warmer than room temp. We're just gonna let the water spill back in there if there is any. Nope, nothing. It's just the cheese is nice and soft. It doesn't actually appear to be water on the inside. Come on off of there. Good job. Let's grab another. We're just gonna keep doing this with all 5, get them into this bowl. Getting number 5 in. I'm so excited. Most cheesecake recipes call for 4 8-ounce blocks. This one calls for 5 and 8 eggs. If that's not gonna be rich and half and half, I don't know what's gonna be rich. We got to throw all this away. Speaking of the eggs, we gotta get 5 room temp eggs in a bowl, which we're going to carefully do now. I'm not good at talking and then counting at the same time. One more. Boom. My sink's making noises, that's cool. All right, we're gonna push these off to the side. Our timer's going off for the Groost. She's not quite hard yet. We're gonna give her a few more. All right, now we got a little bowl here. We're gonna use this for the yolks. What I'm gonna do is crack an egg. I ended my hand, but I missed. That's cool. So I'm just gonna crack it. I'm gonna scoop out this yolk with my fingers and just pass it back and forth, just like so, and then plop that yolk in my eggs. We're gonna keep the whites in here. I'm just gonna crack another egg straight in there. Boom. I'm going to find the yolk, pick it up, pass it back and forth between my fingers, just like so. There's another yolk. This bowl's getting fuller than I feel comfortable with. One last egg. For the yolk. Ah, shit, I dropped the shell in there. That's suboptimal. I mean, shuckleberries. Grab that yolk out. And just run it back and forth. And let the white come out between your fingers. That's why my grandma taught me how to do it way back in the day. Works perfect. Look at that. Perfectly unbroken yolk. Right into the egg bowl. Then we got these whites that we'll do some communist stuff with. Now I have a crust after 10 minutes. That feels better. It's a little bit firm on the edges. I think it'll firm up as it cools. So we're going to set this aside. Cream cheese in the bowl. I don't really use this attachment very much on this mixer. The old flexor doodle. It has silicone on the edge. And we're just going to beat this cream cheese up now, aggressively, until she's a good smooth baby. Oh, frothy cream cheese. Let's center it off. We're going to put in what they call 2 teaspoons of vanilla. What I call about yay much. Vegan, kosher, top shelf. We're gonna give this a little mix in. Just a sloppy mix. I smell the vanilla, that's good. I'm gonna turn that off. We have 1.5 cups of sugar. We're gonna put some of this in and give her the old slow mixer doodle. We're gonna keep shaking it in while it mixer doodles. That's the proper term. Oh, I almost just choked. That's the proper term. Mixer doodle. We're getting some on the counter. You know what? YOLO. Give it to it all. Boom. Give it the whole heavy mixer doodle. We need to mix this up until she's fully incorporated and smooth. This thing's heart is in the right space, but it's not doing a very good job of scraping KitchenAid. You should probably scrape better. I'm doing this so I don't have to manually scrape. But here I am, manually scraping. That's not okay, KitchenAid. Can we make this work, please? The recipe actually said to use a whisk, but I feel like it's going to get too thick for a whisk, right? I think I might use a whisk. Is it too late to audible and go to the whisk? Well, we're scraped. We're going to go back. Give her a peek. Poke your finger in. That seems pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Mmm. Tastes like cheesecake. Now this recipe, I just looked at it, said to add the eggs and the yolk one at a time. That's not going to happen. So we're just going to pour some in, and we're going to beat it. We're going to beat it good. Just like so. It's eventually all going to go in there. We're going to pour a little bit more in. Gaga, gaga, gaga! Quit attacking me. Give it another little bloop. Turn it back on. Beat them eggs. Beat them good. I should have said this in the beginning. I can't eat this because I'm bringing it to Thanksgiving for dinner. So, if this video ends abruptly, my apologies. Some more egg. Turn it back on. Beat it good! Get the rest of the eggs in here. Boom. Oh, it's actually glass, so I can't throw it. And we're gonna let these beat for about a minute. Nice and good. Pause it. Drop it like it's hot. And then we're going to scrape the edges again. Inside the bowl this time. Scrape the inside of the bowl, not the outside. That actually doesn't do anything, so get on there and really get the bottom of this. Get it all good. Make sure that it's all mixed in beautifully. This is a really sloppy jalopy. Oh, sloppy jalopy. All right, bring it back up. Give it another good heavy mix. A little bit too much. I don't want it to poke, 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 poke. So we have water in the pan. I'm just going to put this in here to make sure it's not going to overflow. We can actually take a little bit more. Let's get this bad boy out. More agua. That's not, the recipe said 2 inches. That's just an estimate, you know, a suggestion. That's good. It's going to leave us some space. It's trying to float like a boat. Now we get the batter. Well, we should probably unlock this. Get that out. Shake this off the best we can. Now we got a bunch of batter we need to get into the pan. This involves my least favorite cooking activity, pouring semi-liquids into a container. I feel like we got this. We got this. We're a team. We got this team. All right, so we're gonna switch hands here. Where's my spatula? There's my spatula. Oh, we're gonna scrape out as much of this as we can and get as much of it as we can into the pan and not on the countertop. That's the key. Getting it into the pan. I feel confident. All right. Get rid of that. We're gonna smooth this out the best we can. This sloppy jalopy. I haven't made a cheesecake in so long. I feel like I say that in every video, but it's always true. All right. Put sloppy jalopy in the water, and with enough hoping and praying, I can get this in the oven. We're gonna cook it for 1 hour at 350. I believe that's the temp. If not, look it up yourself. Click on the link in the description. While you're down there, give it a thumbs up. Boop! And a like. That is a like. Boop, boop. And drop a subscription if you haven't already. You're a beautiful human. Let's cook this for 1 hour. And for you, that's like, boom, we're back. For me, it's an hour. And I have to wash dishes, which makes me sad in my heart. We have cheesecake after 1 hour. I'm just gonna assume that it can be seen. Will my camera blow up? It's hot. Can I reach in there and touch it? Oh, she poofed up. No cracks. It's beautiful. We gotta let this sit for 45 minutes now at the oven off. So we're gonna do that. We have a motherfucking cheesecake. It's beautiful. Let's have a touch. How's that water doing? Didn't go flat. The pan's still hot. It's not super hot, but it's warm. Oh, look at how beautiful that went down. It's still warm. It climbed up the edges and climbed back down just fine. A little bit of a wrinkle in it, but that's okay. It's still hot as balls. There's a little nipple. There's a little cheese. I'm gonna rub the cheesecake nipple. That's weird. That's really weird. I'm gonna call it my cheesecake cloaca. I'm gonna do circles on the cloaca. All right, we are going to get this on a cooling rack and let it cool. And that's honestly the video. You can put whipped cream on this. You can put a topping on this. I gotta go make some biscuits for the Thanksgiving though. So that's beautiful though. If you want to make a cheesecake, I actually didn't remember it being this easy. This might be one of the easiest desserts. The water bath seems tricky because, you know, you're like, you gotta have pretty much like a roaster pan to put it in, and that's weird, but is this even a roaster pan? It's like a small square roaster pan. I guess it counts as a roaster pan. But it's beautiful. And we got a cheesecake. To get it out, you just lift it out of the water, put it on a cooling rack, and call it a day. That's what I'm gonna go do right now. Thanks for stopping by and enjoying my cooking adventures. This is another quick one. A little bit longer than the last one, but we're going to keep it going. Subscribe, like, you're beautiful people. Ta-ta.